Imagine yourself remaining composed and unruffled amid the chaos of a traffic jam, holding your ground during a difficult conversation with your boss, or navigating through a personal crisis with clarity and poise. This is the power of Stoicism, a profound, enduring philosophy that has helped countless individuals lead lives of greater peace and fulfillment. At its core, Stoicism teaches us one fundamental truth. The only things within our control are our thoughts, responses, and actions. External factors, whether it's the unpredictability of the weather, the fluctuations of the economy, or the actions of others, lie beyond our sphere of influence. Acknowledging this reality offers us profound freedom. It frees us from the cycle of frustration, anxiety, and helplessness that comes from attempting to manipulate the uncontrollable elements of life. At the heart of Stoicism is the focus on what we can control, our character and our behavior. Through deliberate action and the pursuit of virtue, we nurture an inner strength that remains undisturbed by external turmoil. Instead of being at the mercy of our circumstances, we actively shape how we respond to them. This emotional resilience fosters peace of mind and the ability to remain steadfast even when the world around us feels turbulent. In this article, we'll delve into 10 transformative Stoic principles that serve as powerful tools for mastering our emotions and cultivating inner tranquility. These timeless lessons are not just abstract ideas, but practical guidelines we can apply in our daily lives. As we explore the wisdom of the Stoic philosophers, you'll discover how these principles can help you navigate life's challenges with greater emotional mastery, confidence, and grace. Join us on this path of self-discovery and learn how to integrate Stoicism into the complexities of modern living. Lesson 1. Embrace what you can control. Metallica. One of the core teachings of Epictetus, a central figure in Stoic philosophy, is the profound concept known as the dichotomy of control. This principle cuts through the complexity of life, offering us a simple yet powerful way to approach challenges. It highlights a critical division: the aspects of life we can influence and those that are beyond our control. By recognizing this distinction, we free ourselves from unnecessary frustration and anxiety. We realize that our thoughts, actions, intentions, and responses are all within our power to shape. Everything else, the behavior of others, the outcomes of external events, the weather, or the economy, lies beyond our sphere of influence. This shift in focus is liberating. Instead of pouring our energy into trying to control what we cannot, Stoicism teaches us to channel that energy into mastering the one thing we have full command over: ourselves. When we direct our attention to refining our character, making deliberate choices, and cultivating emotional resilience, we begin to navigate life with greater purpose and control. Epictetus reminds us that while we cannot always control the outcomes of our actions, we can always control how we approach them. This understanding allows us to engage with the world in a more thoughtful and grounded way. Epictetus uses the analogy of an archer to illustrate this idea. An archer may carefully aim, draw their bow, and release the arrow with precision, but once the arrow leaves their bow, they cannot control its flight. Similarly, in life, we can give our best effort, aligning our actions with our values and intentions, but we must let go of the outcome. Life, this is where true serenity lies. Not in demanding control over things we cannot influence, but in the peace we find when we accept the uncertainty of life with equanimity. By embracing what we can control, we stop wasting energy on battles we cannot win. Instead, we focus on perfecting our responses, shaping our intentions, and strengthening our minds. It's not about striving for perfection in every moment, but about learning to live in harmony with the uncontrollable aspects of existence, knowing that our true power lies in how we meet them. This lesson is the gateway to emotional mastery, allowing us to stay centered no matter what life throws our way. Lesson 2. The power of acceptance. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, imparts one of the most profound lessons in Stoicism through his reflections on the power of acceptance. In his meditations, he frequently reminds himself of the impermanent nature of life and the inevitability of change. Life, as he sees it, is a dynamic and unpredictable symphony, a beautiful yet chaotic blend of triumphs and trials, joys and sorrows, successes and failures. These elements are woven together in a way that is beyond our control, and yet so many of us spend our lives resisting them. We push against life's natural rhythm, trying to maintain control over what is uncontrollable, and in doing so, we invite unnecessary suffering. The Stoic practice of acceptance, as taught by Marcus Aurelius, is not about passively giving in to life's hardships or resigning ourselves to fate. It is instead about embracing life's inherent unpredictability and recognizing that resistance to the natural course of events only leads to inner turmoil. Life is fluid, ever-changing, and filled with both pleasant and unpleasant experiences. Trying to force things into a fixed, predictable pattern is an exercise in futility. Acceptance means relinquishing the illusion of control over external events and finding peace in the understanding that we cannot shape the world to fit our desires. Instead of struggling against the current of life, Marcus encourages us to flow with it. This does not mean avoiding action or withdrawing from life's challenges, but rather accepting that adversity, loss, and change are natural parts of existence. When we approach these inevitabilities with acceptance, we shift our focus from what we cannot control to what we can. Our responses. Life's unpredictability becomes less of a burden and more of a space for personal growth and reflection. By accepting the temporary nature of both success and failure, we can savor moments of triumph without clinging to them, and face moments of hardship with equanimity and resilience. Marcus Aurelius writes often about the importance of accepting both the positive and negative aspects of life with the same calm and rational mindset. Success, as sweet as it may be, is fleeting and transient. The pleasure of achievement or recognition may be short-lived, and so we should not allow ourselves to become attached to these temporary rewards. Similarly, the struggles and obstacles we face are also transient. Challenges, setbacks, and hardships, though painful, are part of the larger process of growth and development. They present opportunities to strengthen our minds, deepen our character, and practice virtues like patience, fortitude, and wisdom. By learning to accept life as it unfolds, we can achieve a sense of inner peace that transcends the external circumstances around us. We free ourselves from the constant struggle to control outcomes, and instead, we free ourselves from the constant struggle to control outcomes, and instead we free ourselves from the constant struggle to control outcomes, and instead we free ourselves from the internal state. Acceptance becomes a tool for emotional resilience. It allows us to experience life more fully, without the anxiety of trying to manipulate it or make it conform to our expectations. In this way, acceptance provides us with a powerful sense of freedom, the freedom to respond to each moment with clarity, without being swept away by the turbulence of emotions or external events. This acceptance does not mean we stop striving for improvement or growth. On the contrary, it is through accepting the impermanence of life that we find the motivation to live with greater intentionality. It frees us to act with purpose, knowing that while we cannot control every event that unfolds, We can control how we choose to respond. The power of acceptance allows us to approach each moment with greater mindfulness, to face both the joys and the challenges of life with grace, and to remain steadfast in our commitment to living virtuously, regardless of the outcome. Ultimately, Marcus Aurelius teaches us that by accepting life in all its forms, both the good and the bad, we are able to cultivate a deep, unshakable peace that no external circumstance can disturb. The acceptance of life's impermanence becomes a source of strength, and from this strength we can move through the world with greater calm, wisdom, and resilience. By embracing the natural flow of life, we unlock the ability to savor the present and grow from every experience, knowing that each moment, whether joyful or challenging, is an opportunity to practice the Stoic virtues and live a life of purpose. Lesson 3. Practice mindfulness. Seneca, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, emphasizes the importance of mindfulness as a powerful tool for cultivating calmness and emotional stability. In a world that constantly pulls our attention in 100 different directions, mindfulness offers us a way to reconnect with the present moment, free from the weight of past regrets and the looming uncertainties of the future. It is a practice that invites us to step outside of the noise of everyday life and into a space of clarity and presence. By grounding ourselves in the here and now, we are able to embrace life as it is, rather than constantly wishing it were different or stressing over what may come. Mindfulness is a practice of full immersion in the present, where our thoughts and actions align with what is happening in the moment. It allows us to experience life more vividly, without the interference of distractions or the overwhelming influence of past experiences or future anxieties. When we are mindful, we no longer dwell on what we cannot change or worry about what lies ahead. Instead, we focus on the immediate, finding peace in the simple act of being. In doing so, mindfulness becomes a gateway to clarity, a tool that enables us to cut through the noise of the mind and find tranquility within. Seneca teaches that mindfulness is not just about big moments or dramatic events, but also about being present in the small, seemingly mundane details of daily life. Whether it's observing the beauty of a sunset, savoring the taste of a meal, or simply noticing the sensations in our body as we go about our day, mindfulness helps us become more attuned to the world around us. In a way, it allows us to reawaken to the richness of life that often goes unnoticed, bringing a deeper sense of appreciation for the simplicity and beauty of the present moment. By cultivating mindfulness, we begin to see the extraordinary in the ordinary. In addition to helping us appreciate life's smaller moments, mindfulness also serves as a powerful antidote to overthinking and rumination. Often, our minds are consumed with worries, judgments, and regrets that pull us away from the present. These distractions create mental clutter that clouds our ability to respond to situations with clarity and composure. Mindfulness clears this mental fog, offering a space where we can observe our thoughts without becoming entangled in them. By simply noticing our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we create a distance between ourselves and the emotions that would otherwise dominate us, allowing us to respond more thoughtfully and calmly. Seneca reminds us that mindfulness is not a one-time practice, but a continuous way of being. It is an ongoing commitment to living fully in the moment, fully engaged with whatever is happening around us. The more we practice mindfulness, the more we train our minds to return to the present whenever we are tempted to drift into distractions or anxieties. Over time, mindfulness becomes a natural part of how we approach life, helping us navigate even the most challenging situations with grace and calm. By cultivating mindfulness, we also strengthen our emotional resilience. When we are mindful, we are better equipped to deal with stress and hardship, as we are no longer swept away by the intensity of our emotions or the weight of our thoughts. We are able to pause, reflect, and choose how to respond, rather than reacting impulsively or out of habit. Mindfulness allows us to maintain control over our internal state, regardless of the external circumstances, and helps us remain rooted in our values and sense of purpose. Ultimately, Seneca's teaching on mindfulness invites us to live with greater presence, awareness, and appreciation for the world around us. It encourages us to step away from the distractions of the past and future and embrace the richness of each moment. By practicing mindfulness, we cultivate a sense of peace and clarity that not only enhances our ability to deal with life's challenges, but also deepens our connection to the beauty and simplicity of everyday existence. Through this practice, we unlock the potential for a life lived with purpose, focus, and serenity. Lesson 4. Cultivate resilience. Epictetus, one of the central figures of Stoic philosophy, offers a transformative perspective on adversity. Rather than viewing challenges and hardships as obstacles to be avoided, he encourages us to see them as opportunities for growth. In the Stoic worldview, adversity is not an enemy, but a necessary element in the development of our character and inner strength. Life's difficulties, from minor setbacks to significant crises, are seen as tests, opportunities to build resilience and cultivate virtues such as patience, courage, and wisdom. Stoicism teaches that resilience is not something we are born with, but rather something we develop through self-mastery and conscious effort. It is the ability to remain steadfast and composed in the face of life's tribulations, not because we are immune to suffering, but because we choose to control how we respond to it. Resilience is rooted in our ability to manage our reactions, to rise above our circumstances, and to maintain our integrity, even when the world around us seems chaotic. Epictetus emphasizes that the key to resilience is in our responses. We cannot always control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond. This concept of resilience is much like the process of tempering steel. Just as steel is heated and hammered into shape through intense pressure and heat, so too are we shaped by the challenges we face. The heat of adversity refines us, and the pressure of life's struggles molds us into stronger, more capable individuals. Each hardship we encounter is an opportunity to forge a stronger character, one that is not easily swayed by external circumstances. By embracing adversity and shaping our responses to it, we grow in resilience, becoming more capable of handling life's difficulties with grace and fortitude. Resilience, according to Stoicism, is not about avoiding discomfort or escaping hardship. Rather, it is about developing the mental and emotional fortitude to confront and endure hardship with courage. It is the practice of holding steady in the midst of challenges, knowing that our ability to persevere is what ultimately shapes our growth. Epictetus encourages us to view difficulties as gifts that help us develop our inner strength, teaching us to remain calm and clear-headed, even when things are not going as we would like. By cultivating resilience, we learn to find peace not by avoiding struggles, but by navigating them with wisdom and self-control. We learn to accept that difficulties are a natural part of life's journey, and that through them we have the opportunity to transform ourselves. Each challenge becomes a stepping stone on the path to greater personal growth, emotional stability, and inner peace. By shaping our responses to adversity, we emerge stronger, more resilient, and better equipped to handle whatever life throws our way. Ultimately, the Stoic practice of resilience teaches us that our true strength lies not in avoiding hardship, but in confronting it with resolve and dignity. Like tempered steel forged in fire, we too can become stronger, more resilient, and more capable of living a life of purpose and integrity, no matter what challenges we may face. Lesson 5. Choose your response. Epictetus teaches one of the most empowering lessons in Stoicism: the sovereignty of choice. While we cannot control the external events or circumstances that happen to us, we always have the power to choose how we respond to them. This concept forms the foundation of Stoic practice, as it emphasizes the control we hold over our reactions and the responsibility we bear in shaping our responses. In every situation, no matter how challenging, we have the ability to decide how we will engage with it. This choice is where our true power lies. The Stoic approach to life encourages us to align our responses with virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These virtues guide us to respond thoughtfully and with integrity, regardless of what is happening around us. When we choose to respond with wisdom, we make decisions that are grounded in rationality, not in impulsive emotions. When we choose courage, we face difficulties head-on, undeterred by fear. By choosing justice, we act in a way that reflects fairness and respect, even in situations where others may not. And through temperance, we maintain self-control and balance, resisting the urge to react excessively or rashly. By consciously choosing our reactions, we preserve our inner peace and cultivate emotional resilience. Life may present us with moments of frustration, pain, or injustice, but through the practice of mindful decision-making, we can maintain our composure and clarity. We are not at the mercy of external circumstances. Instead, we empower ourselves to remain centered and calm amidst life's storms. When we embrace the idea that we control how we respond to every situation, we reclaim our emotional sovereignty and develop the resilience needed to navigate life's challenges with equanimity. This conscious decision-making process allows us to approach adversity with a steady mind and a sense of purpose. It encourages us to meet life's challenges with clarity and a calm spirit, knowing that our true strength lies not in controlling the world around us, but in mastering our reactions to it. Each time we choose to respond with virtue, we reinforce our ability to remain grounded and maintain peace, regardless of the turbulence we face. Ultimately, Epictetus reminds us that our reactions are the one thing we truly have control over. By choosing how we respond, thoughtfully, virtuously, and with intention, we shape our experiences and build the emotional fortitude that allows us to face life's challenges with resilience and clarity. This power of choice is what enables us to preserve our calm and stay true to our values, even in the most difficult of circumstances. Lesson 6. Limit excessive desires. Seneca, in his teachings on Stoicism, warns us of the destructive nature of excessive desires, particularly those for wealth, status, or material possessions. These desires often lead to turmoil, as they create a never-ending cycle of yearning and dissatisfaction. The pursuit of these external markers of success can overshadow our sense of peace and fulfillment, leaving us constantly chasing after the next acquisition, promotion, or validation. Seneca's insight is clear. When we let our desires run wild, they control us, pulling us away from the deeper, more enduring sources of happiness and peace. Stoicism, in contrast, advocates for moderation and balance in all aspects of life, including our desires. It teaches that true contentment does not come from acquiring more or striving for external recognition, but from living in alignment with what is necessary for a virtuous life. By focusing on what is essential, those things that support our personal growth, well-being, and ethical development, we can cultivate a sense of fulfillment that is independent of material wealth or societal status. This doesn't mean that we should reject all desires, but rather that we should cultivate a mindset of moderation, seeking only what is necessary for a life of virtue and purpose. By curbing excessive cravings and letting go of the incessant pursuit of more, we free ourselves from the perpetual dissatisfaction that comes with chasing fleeting desires. Instead, we find contentment in the simplicity of life, appreciating what we have and focusing on the richness of experience, rather than the accumulation of possessions. For everything from this practice of limiting excessive desires fosters a sense of tranquility, allowing us to remain calm and grounded even when the fortunes of life fluctuate. Living with moderation creates space for inner peace, as we no longer place our happiness in the hands of things that are outside our control. Whether we experience wealth or poverty, success or failure, we remain steady, knowing that true contentment lies not in external circumstances, but in the cultivation of virtue and the practice of self-restraint. Through this approach, we detach ourselves from the chaos of endless desire, finding lasting peace in the simplicity of a life focused on what truly matters. Lesson 7. Be virtuous. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies the pursuit of virtue, specifically the 4 cardinal virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These virtues are not abstract ideals, but practical principles that guide us toward living a life of integrity and purpose. The Stoics believed that by embodying these virtues, we could achieve a harmonious existence, where our actions align with our highest values, and our inner lives reflect the tranquility that comes from living ethically. Wisdom, the first of the Stoic virtues, empowers us to discern what is truly important in life. It allows us to see beyond distractions and superficial desires, guiding us to focus on the things that contribute to our personal growth and the greater good. Wisdom teaches us to make thoughtful, informed decisions, considering the long-term impact of our choices, rather than being driven by immediate gratification or fleeting emotions. It is through wisdom that we develop clarity of mind and the ability to prioritize what matters most in our lives. Courage is the next essential Stoic virtue, giving us the strength to face life's challenges with resilience and resolve. Whether in the face of physical danger, personal loss, or emotional difficulty, courage enables us to act with integrity, even when fear or doubt might try to sway us. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward despite it, to stand up for what is right and just, even when doing so may be uncomfortable or unpopular. Justice, the third virtue, ensures that we treat others with fairness and respect. It compels us to act in ways that promote equity, kindness, and compassion in our relationships. Justice is not limited to legal matters. It also encompasses the way we interact with others on a daily basis, whether in personal relationships or broader social contexts. By practicing justice, we cultivate a sense of moral responsibility, recognizing that our actions affect those around us, and striving to create a world that is more harmonious and just for all. The fourth Stoic virtue, temperance, is the practice of self-restraint and moderation. It teaches us to avoid excess in all areas of life, whether it's in our desires, habits, or emotions. Temperance helps us to maintain balance, ensuring that we don't become slaves to our impulses or fleeting pleasures. It allows us to cultivate inner peace by keeping our actions and emotions in check, creating a steady foundation for personal growth and well-being. By striving to embody these 4 virtues, we build a life that is centered on ethical living and inner composure, These virtues guide our actions and thoughts, helping us to navigate life's complexities with integrity, calm, and purpose. As we consistently practice wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we cultivate a deep sense of satisfaction and peace that arises not from external achievements, but from living in alignment with our highest ideals. Through virtue, we create a life that reflects our truest selves, marked by ethical living, emotional resilience, and a steady commitment to doing what is right. Lesson 8. Understand the transitory nature of life. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, frequently reminds us of one of life's most undeniable truths: its fleeting nature. In his Meditations, he reflects on the impermanence of everything, from our moments of joy to our periods of hardship. This constant change is an inherent part of the human experience, and by acknowledging it, we can begin to cultivate a more peaceful and grounded approach to life. The very things we hold dear, whether successes, relationships, or material possessions, are temporary. Life is in a constant state of flux, and everything we encounter will eventually change or pass. By accepting the transitory nature of life, we free ourselves from the anxiety of attachment. When we understand that nothing lasts forever, we can approach life with a greater sense of equanimity. We no longer need to grasp tightly to fleeting moments or fear their eventual loss. Instead, we can appreciate each moment for what it is, savoring the experience without becoming overly attached to the outcome. Whether we are experiencing joy or facing hardship, recognizing the impermanence of both helps us avoid becoming overwhelmed by either. Both positive and negative experiences are part of the natural rhythm of life, and their transient nature allows us to maintain a balanced perspective. Permline, embracing life's transience, also empowers us to cherish the present moment. Instead of living in regret over the past or anxiety over the future, we learn to fully engage with the here and now. We recognize that each moment, no matter how simple or complex, is a precious opportunity to experience life in its entirety. By accepting that everything is temporary, we develop a deeper appreciation for what we have in the present, knowing that it will eventually change. This mindset helps us find contentment in the fleeting nature of life, rather than striving to hold on to it. Moreover, understanding the transitory nature of life allows us to maintain our composure amid inevitable changes. Whether we are faced with unexpected challenges, loss, or transitions, we are better equipped to handle them with grace and resilience. Instead of resisting change or mourning its arrival, we learn to flow with it, knowing that change is a natural part of life's process. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that by embracing this truth, we can find peace, not in the permanence of things, but in our ability to adapt, appreciate, and move forward with serenity. Ultimately, by internalizing the transitory nature of life, we cultivate a deep sense of inner peace. We understand that our time and experiences are finite, and this understanding helps us to live more fully in the present. We let go of the need to control or cling to the things around us, and instead we embrace the natural flow of life. In doing so, we find a profound sense of freedom and tranquility, grounded in the acceptance of life's inevitable changes. Through this practice, we can live with a deeper sense of gratitude, resilience, and contentment, knowing that everything we encounter is part of a larger, ever-changing tapestry. Lesson 9. The value of gratitude. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, highlights gratitude as a foundational practice for achieving tranquility and inner peace. In his writings, he frequently emphasizes the transformative power of focusing on what we have rather than what we lack. In a world that often encourages us to desire more, Gratitude invites us to appreciate the blessings that already exist in our lives. By cultivating a mindset of thankfulness, we shift our focus from scarcity to abundance, finding contentment in the present moment rather than constantly seeking external sources of fulfillment. Gratitude, as Seneca teaches, is not simply an acknowledgement of the good things in our lives, but a practice that redefines our relationship with adversity. When we are grateful, we begin to see life's challenges not as burdens, but as opportunities for growth. Instead of being consumed by frustration or disappointment when faced with difficulties, we can view them as teachers that offer valuable lessons. Gratitude helps us recognize that even in hardship, there is something to be gained. A lesson in resilience, a deepening of character, or a shift in perspective that ultimately strengthens us. This practice of gratitude shifts the way we perceive life. It invites us to notice the small, often overlooked blessings that surround us every day, the warmth of the sun, the kindness of others, the beauty of nature, or even the simple gift of good health. By training ourselves to focus on these blessings, we begin to see the richness and abundance that is already present in our lives. Gratitude transforms our perspective from one of lack to one of abundance, reminding us that we are not defined by what we do not have, but by the wealth of experiences and opportunities we already possess. The state of gratitude that creates a very practical exercise. In the face of adversity, gratitude helps us maintain a sense of calm and clarity. It allows us to find meaning in every moment, no matter how challenging, and to remain grounded in the knowledge that life's struggles are part of the journey. By embracing gratitude, we open ourselves to a more peaceful and fulfilling existence, one where each moment is appreciated for the value it brings. In this way, gratitude is not just a fleeting emotion, but a powerful tool for cultivating resilience, contentment, and joy in all circumstances. Lesson 10. Keep learning and growing. Epictetus places a strong emphasis on the importance of lifelong learning as a key to achieving wisdom and inner tranquility. In Stoicism, life is viewed not as a destination, but as an ongoing journey of self-improvement. Each day offers new opportunities to learn, grow, and refine our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The Stoic approach encourages us to embrace this continuous process, knowing that true wisdom is found not in the attainment of perfection, but in our commitment to constant progress. Lifelong learning, according to Epictetus, is essential for navigating the challenges that life presents. As we grow in knowledge and understanding, we develop the tools to handle difficulties with greater grace and composure. This pursuit of knowledge extends beyond intellectual learning. It also involves cultivating emotional intelligence, developing our character, and learning from our experiences. Through reflection and self-awareness, we deepen our understanding of our values, motivations, and reactions, allowing us to respond to life's tribulations with greater clarity and resilience. Growth, in the Stoic sense, is not about achieving perfection or attaining some final state of enlightenment. Instead, it is about embracing progress and seeing each step of the journey as an opportunity for improvement. Epictetus reminds us that we will never be finished with our personal growth, and that this continuous evolution is what makes life meaningful. When we adopt this mindset, setbacks are no longer seen as failures, but as stepping stones on the path toward a better, more enlightened self. Every challenge we face becomes a chance to refine our character, strengthen our virtues, and learn more about who we are and who we strive to become. By committing to lifelong learning, we empower ourselves to thrive in the face of adversity. knowledge and self-improvement become sources of strength that enable us to approach life's challenges with greater resilience. Each experience, whether positive or negative, provides valuable lessons that contribute to our growth. This mindset not only fosters inner peace and wisdom, but also helps us live with purpose and integrity, knowing that our journey is one of continuous learning, self-reflection, and evolution. Ultimately, by embracing the process of growth, we unlock our potential to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. In a world filled with constant uncertainty, distractions, and external pressures, Stoicism offers timeless guidance for maintaining calm, composure, and resilience. The teachings of Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius provide us with powerful tools to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and grace. By embracing the 10 lessons outlined in Stoic philosophy, we are equipped to face difficulties with a sense of purpose and tranquility, rather than being swept away by the turbulence of external circumstances. At the core of Stoicism is the understanding that inner tranquility is not something dependent on external factors. It is something that is cultivated within, through the practice of virtue, mindful decision-making, and a clear understanding of what is within our control. By focusing on our responses, embracing the impermanence of life, and cultivating resilience, we build a foundation of inner peace that remains steady even in the face of adversity. As you apply these Stoic principles to your daily life, you will find that the more you align your actions and thoughts with these teachings, the more profound your sense of equanimity will become. With each challenge, you will grow stronger and more composed, discovering the deep reservoir of peace that comes from knowing how to respond to life with clarity and self-mastery. Stoicism is not about avoiding hardship, but about learning to thrive through it, maintaining a balanced and calm mind no matter the circumstances. By embracing the wisdom of Stoic philosophers, you open the door to a life of greater fulfillment, resilience, and wisdom. You will learn to navigate the complexities of modern life with grace, grounded in the deep understanding that true tranquility comes from within. As you incorporate these principles into your daily practices, you will not only face adversity with strength, but also cultivate a richer, more meaningful existence, one that allows you to live in harmony with yourself and the world around you. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, the principles shared by Stoic philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius offer us powerful tools for maintaining inner peace and resilience. By embracing lessons such as the importance of focusing on what we can control, practicing mindfulness, cultivating resilience, and living virtuously, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and composure. Remember, Stoicism teaches us that inner tranquility is something we build within ourselves, not something dependent on external circumstances. Life will always bring its ups and downs, but it's how we respond to them that defines our experience. By applying these Stoic principles, you can create a life filled with purpose, clarity, and emotional strength, no matter what comes your way. As you move forward, take these lessons with you and continue to practice them daily. Over time, you'll find that your ability to face adversity with calm and wisdom will only grow stronger, and you'll discover a profound sense of peace within. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights on living a Stoic life. Until next time, remember that the power to thrive is within you, through self-mastery, resilience, and the pursuit of virtue. Stay grounded and keep growing.